2, 1. Okay, we are live. Hello, 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 everybody. How's everyone doing this evening?
Good
Hello,
evening.
everyone. Welcome.
I
Okay, so let's see. Anyone that is here with us, please say hello in the chat so we know you're there.
Make yourself present.
Mhm.
pretty
We
pleased.
cannot see whoever is there until you speak out in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
week,
And we want to say
Unfortunately.
hello.
actually, I wanted to say congratulations to you guys, and I guess congratulations to me as well, because last week we had 390 people who watched our video. And so that's actually the most we've had since we've started. And that last week was our 7th installment. I think at one point in time during our live, we had like 55 people watching. So my clients and my friends really know how to show up. And I really,
Mhm. That's fantastic. That's great news, actually.
yeah. And I love this platform too because so many people can join afterwards, and I want people's
Mhm.
comments so much. But it's great that it instantly just goes on YouTube, and then it's there forever.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch this live stream, but afterwards in the recording, you can still make comments. You can
Hmm.
still put your opinions, and of course, we will reply afterwards. So we continue with the conversation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Chantel, hello,
Hello,
Chantel.
Chantel.
So nice to have you here, Chantel. I hope you're doing well. Chantel, were you cold today? So it's summertime in St. John's. It's supposed to be, an average of like 18, 19 degrees. And this morning it was like ice cold. Well, I shouldn't say ice cold. It was 10 degrees when I left the house this morning. And my office today, I turned the heat on, and that shouldn't be happening. Chantel, were you super cold today?
Okay.
So
And
he
here
said
we have
slightly chilly.
we have a strange weather. It's like hot, but it will rain. I think it will rain, but I'm not pretty sure. It's like a hot, humid, but more human than humid, warm. Very strange. It going out there is not
Mhm.
interesting right now. I came from. I've just come from the street, and it's like, oh no, the weather is not. It's nothing like. It has been rainy all week long, and
Mhm.
today is like strange. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Right.
but it's hot. Yes, I don't know how many degrees we are in here. Let me see. Let me see. 23 degrees Celsius. It's average hot.
Mhm.
23
Yes.
is great. That's the
Yeah.
perfect weather, actually.
In
100.
here, no, because it's so crowded and it's so polluted here that when it's 23 to 26, you feel like it's hotter and
Mhm.
it's not if it's like cloudy like today, it's not nice. It's good
Mm.
when it's the sun is shining and you can go out with the sun, but no, today's a little off day. I don't know, I've been
Mhm.
out all day and it's not
Yeah,
proper
okay. Yeah.
climate.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. So, Sarhid and Tim Tam. Hello,
Tim Tam.
welcome.
Hey, Tim.
Hello, Sarhid. So good to see you. And I see that Sarhid has his photograph in there. He's taking a selfie in the mirror.
In the mirror, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see you, Sarhid. I didn't know it was you. I was wondering what your avatar was. Hello, Rodo. Hello, my
Hey, Rodo,
boss.
welcome.
Yeah.
Brenda.
and
Hello,
Brenda.
Brenda, welcome.
Brenda Higdon.
Brenda Higdon.
Higdon.
Yep.
Higdon.
Brenda
Higdon.
sent me a message a few minutes ago. I think Brenda is joining us from the beach. So she's getting ready to watch the sunset, and she's headed towards the beach, but she brought her phone to the beach so then she could join us. So, Brenda, we appreciate everyone, and we appreciate you, Brenda, for doing that to
Yeah.
accommodate. us.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so much.
so great. Enjoy the sunset and enjoy the talk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many of you have read the book? Today we're going full throttle ahead with full
Mm-hmm.
spoilers. So
Mm-hmm.
just so you know, if you didn't finish the book, you will know how it finished today. So I don't know. Have you read it? Sarah Murphy is here as well. Hello,
Hey,
Hello,
Sarah.
Sarah. Welcome.
so nice to have you here. Me and Sarah had coffee together at a coffee shop 2 days ago. I know Sarah didn't get a chance to read this book, but she is interested in the ones that are coming up. I know, Chantel, you definitely read the book. I believe you told me that last week. And Sirheed read, actually, I don't think Sirheed read too much of this book, but hopefully you guys have some comments today.
Excellent.
Yeah, please let us know in the chat if you completed the book, if you finished the book, so we know that you have some opinions to give us as well about the ending.
Brenda is indeed tuned in from the beach. The clouds have rolled in, but the ocean sounds wonderful.
That's great. Enjoy.
Great.
How great.
Mostly rocky beaches here. So I think Brenda is sitting on a rocky beach right now. And it's so beautiful. Like the way the ocean hits the rocks. It's a different sound altogether than the sand. It's so relaxing. And Chantal confirmed that she has read the book.
Okay, so cool.
That's great.
Yes. Yes. I think we have so many things to say about this book. Well, this I know I have.
Yeah, for sure. Patrick Fernie is in the house.
Hey, Patrick. Thank
you.
Hello,
Patrick.
Welcome, Patrick.
Patrick always shows up when he can. And Patrick has to be pretty busy to not show up. So I appreciate you, Patrick. Hey, Joanna.
Hello, Joe. How are the three amigos? Yes. It's one from Colombia, one from Canada, and one from Mexico City. They were on a plane going somewhere. And something happened. Always something happens on those planes, in those jokes.
Oh, with the three amigos, I missed what you were talking about. Joanna, I don't know if you know this, but the three amigos, we were even looking at naming ourselves something like that.
Yeah, that was actually one of the options. Yeah, because we had like 50 different options, and one of them was the three amigos.
But I think it was already taken by more than one group of.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it could be more Latin that we wanted it to be, no? Because this project for us is more towards Canada and your English-speaking audience that we don't have. We have a Spanish-speaking audience in our channel. So yeah, that's why the Three Amigos was like, maybe no. And Pepe Carioca, we needed someone from Brazil. Colombia is nothing like Brazil, and we had one from Mexico, and you are not from the United States. And now, more than ever, we don't want to relate you to the United States.
Exactly. That's the great point.
As a Canadian, I can't represent everybody, but we love Americans so much. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the politicians. I can't speak for everybody, but I will speak for myself and say that much is true.
Exactly. No, I despise Trump and his cabinet so much. So no, absolutely no. Canadians rule. your first minister. It's a first minister in there, isn't there?
Yes. Prime Minister.
It's always like a superstar here. Your prime ministers are like, wow. I really do look up to them. Yes.
Well, our former Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is actually kind of celebrity.
He was hot. He is a gorgeous man. And he actually did a lot for the LGBT community. He stood up for a lot of our rights. Yeah.
And maybe some people might disagree with that, but for the most part, he showed up. He showed up for the parades. He made a guest appearance on Canada's Drag Race. And not too many politicians or world leaders would do that. So that was pretty good. Now he's in a relationship with Katy Perry. So he what I mean by celebritizing himself. When it says they're on a bar near a library. She means the three amigos. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Donald the John, Mau Carioca, and Javi Pistolas.
I know, no.
I like that, Javi Pistolas. Wow. I
Javi
love it.
Pistolas. Well, pun intended.
What does Pistolas mean?
Pistolas is guns.
Pistolas is guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carioca?
Because the three amigos are originally Pepe Carioca from Brazil,
Oh, I didn't.
Pancho Pistolas from Mexico,
Mhm.
and Donald the Duck from the United States.
Mhm.
That's
That part I knew. Okay. Yeah.
Donald the
Yes.
John.
Donald the John. No, Donald, no. Everything but Donald. They're on a bar.
So yeah, just a reminder that today's talk is going to be full spoilers. So please let us know in the chat if you've read the book. So we're discussing The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monika Kim. So please let us know if you finished the book, because we'll go full spoilers and we'll discuss things about the ending, about everything that happens. So just so you know and you be aware if you want to avoid any spoilers.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Hello, Ashley. Good to see you.
There, it's always a joy having you. Hey, everyone, been binge watching Saw trilogy with my son.
Oh, the first three of them.
The first three. So
I think
Jigsaw.
like 10.
Means Jigsaw.
Well, actually, I hope you did that so you could get into the mood for tonight's live stream.
I think so. That's a good movie actually for this discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No cannibalism in Saw, but lots of blood.
But lots of eyes and lots of blood.
Yeah. I've only seen the first one. You guys know I'm terrified to watch.
Oh, I liked so much that series, but I think we've already saw the first 5, and we're lacking all the others because I started.
Really? Actually,
Yes.
so 10 is in Mexico. So Jigsaw is in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Interesting.
Okay. I really love that series, and the way it has been developing the villain so far is so cool.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Herodo says,
the three caballeros. Yes, they are the three caballeros. You are so right. Not the
So
three
caballero is gentleman.
gentlemen. The three gentlemen.
Okay. We should have chose that name, the three caballeros, but that wouldn't have translated well for the English.
It's difficult to pronounce as well for you.
It was. I don't know if people don't know how did we choose the name, but it was round and after round of names after names after names, so it could really grab attention, be brief, be in English, I don't know, be available, so many other things that we did. We had so many good names as well.
So many, yeah. As the same process as we selected the books, it was an intense process to select the name because the name was very important. Also, the idea of the project and how to represent this in the logo, in the name, in the colors. So yeah, we spent a lot of time on that actually.
Yeah.
And people ask me all the time, how are the fiction finders? Well, maybe not all the time, but a couple of times a week, people ask me, people remember our names. So we did a pretty good job, I think.
It's because it's catchy.
Yeah. Catchy and memorable.
Yeah.
And so, and I wanted to say as well, so we may have different opinions, we may have different experiences. So if I hated the book and you love the book, that's absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, please.
And we really mean that. I think sometimes we can be nervous or afraid to voice our opinion if it's different from the majority or if it's different from someone in the group. And so if you have a difference of opinion, this is what we're here for. We're here for the discussion and bring it on. We're happy to hear whatever your thoughts are. And Patrick Kearney, did you finish the book? I know you bought the book, and I know you started the book, but did you finish the book? Anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's perfect because let's imagine that all of us have exactly the same opinion. So this will be actually boring.
Mhm.
So the idea is to have different opinions, different points of view, and so we enrich the conversation, and each one will take something from each other's opinion, and that is great because you will be like forming another broader point of view of the book and the story, because all of us see the story in a different way, and that's great to have this conversation for that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Of the three, I usually, and I must say this because this is one of those books that it could trigger me. I'm the most outspoken of the three usually.
Really?
And when I love something, I think it shows, but when I don't love something, it shows. Uh, Please, dear audience, dear friends, it's only my opinion and it's only in my perspective. But I think I'm always trying to argument sufficiently about something that I like or that I didn't like towards the criteria that we are going to address today. It's not only because I feel like it; it's because maybe it's a lot of things happening at once, and
Mhm.
I'm coming out a little more abstract that I would like to, but believe me, I've been taking full consideration of what I'm going to say every time I'm going live.
Mhm.
So that's just like something of a comment before we start.
Okay.
And maybe somebody really loved the book. I didn't, but maybe somebody did. So it's so cool, no?
Yeah, actually, Ashley Quicksilver. So she said she liked it a lot. So
Okay.
that's
I don't
one
remember
first
that. Okay.
opinion. Mhm.
Excellent. I don't remember that. Here with Arlene, with popping Arlene. Okay. Here with Arlene. Hello, Christina.
It's okay. Patrick didn't have a chance to finish it, but don't worry about
Hello.
spoilers on his account. Hello, Christina.
Okay.
She's here with Arlene O'Keefe, the one and only Arlene, my favorite Arlene. Welcome, Arlene. Welcome, Christina. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Welcome, Christina and Arlene. Of course, of course, of course. I bet you Mike's there as well. Okay, great. So it looks like a lot of our regulars are here. So,
So good.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
welcome everyone.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's so good to know that you're here, and we lacked one session, so it can happen sometimes. This is really on this is a project for the three of us, but sometimes because we're in different um, at different hours of the day, that can be tricky sometimes for one of the three, no? So that's why maybe that will happen again, but don't worry, we are still on it, and you have more time to read books, so it will be wonderful, no?
That's right.
Just so you can finish them.
yeah.
I would like to talk about you once. Okay. Yes, we have to talk about that magical tumor. Yes, I'm absolutely, my dear Ashley.
Yeah.
As long as
The out of
Yes,
the blue tumor.
I know.
yes, it's Monika Kim. Now writes fantasy. Yes, I know.
It's true.
Absolutely, absolutely with you. So we have modified our way of going through the books when we've already finished them. You know?
Mhm.
So the first two books, we addressed them in these particular sessions of closing the book with a 20 criteria that we are using for the prize that we are going to give to the best fiction available that we chose from our finalists. But in order for us to get to the 2 hours threshold properly, so you will get early to bed, because we know that in Canada it's later on. Here in Mexico it's only 4:50, but in really it's for you it's like 9 or almost something like that, 7.
8:20 right now. So
8:20, almost 9. No, so it's a lot of
It's
difference.
really late, yeah.
Yes, it's late. So we don't want to have New Year's Eve every session we have in Just Play. So sorry, Tim Tam, everybody should have their proper schedule.
Especially Tim Tam, because he's missing his 17th nap of the day.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. He actually is bothered by this. He waits for me to go to bed. He likes to sleep next to me every night. So he
Oh, so cool. So Ale de la Torre, hello Ale.
Hello, Ali. Welcome.
So good. This is full spoilers ahead, my dear Ale. Full spoilers.
I know Aleda doesn't like spoilers. So
Yes.
just for
So
her to know.
I'm just letting you know, because if you, well, I don't know if you will read it. That's something. That's okay, excellent.
But if you want to read it, I'll send you my copy.
Yes, totally. Ale, I'll stay. Okay, she will stay. Excellent. So, so this time we've not schemed, but synthesized our criteria. Our 20 criteria for evaluation is still going on behind the curtain for us, so we can really address this evaluation for all 10 books properly and profoundly. But with you guys here in the audience, we decided to come up with a 6 criteria evaluation, argumentation rather evaluation, so we can chat in depth about what we felt for the book, how we think things are going on with it, and we do it in just one session in under 2 hours. And properly done, so you know what we think about it and how it was acquired with all the other books that we've had experience so far. So that's what is happening today. It's only going to be 6 of those criteria, so don't worry, we will finish today, tell you how we felt about it. And that's the main change that we have done.
Yeah, exactly. So we will not go over 20 items. Instead, it's going to be 6. But the 6 comprise basically all of the other topics into one.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think, Javi, you took the lead on this, and I thought you did a really great job with this.
Oh,
yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. And if you want, we can go, because I think I finished the book so much later than you guys. I can start now with the round of perspectives, and then one of you can follow. I don't know. Maybe I think we have scales on how much I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure nobody liked this book the same as the other 2. I'm for sure. I could swear it. I haven't spoke to you about it, but because I know you guys now pretty much, I know who liked it better and who liked it not that much. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So how about you decide who goes next after me?
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. So how about we switched up this week, and we'll go Javi, then you, Mao, and I'll go last if you want.
Yes, because previously I was last and John was first. So yeah, we can switch it up. But one thing before we start, so let's go ahead and give a brief recap about what the book is about.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Because maybe we have some people who are new, right? Maybe people are new in this live stream, because this is the second live stream of this same book, but maybe you were not present in the first live stream. So just to give a brief introduction.
Yeah. I think I can do the recap. Let me see.
Yes, please.
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
I will put it in here. Oh, just one question. Can you read it properly, or am I flipping? Yes?
Yep, it's not backwards.
It's not.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
excellent.
Yep. Okay, so the eyes are the best part. So this book is by Monika Kim. This is Monika Kim's first novel, I believe, that she released. And it originally, I believe it came out late in 2024. This book is about the main character is Ji-won. Ji-won is just a teenager, and well, one day she comes home and she realizes, well, she finds her parents in a huge fight, and soon thereafter, that same day, I believe, her parents decide to separate, and they separate because it's revealed that her father, who is referred to as Appa in the book, has found a new woman, and he's leaving the whole family to start his new life. And so she's devastated. She's so sad, but no one is more sad than Uma. Uma is Ji-won's mother. Okay, and there's also Ji-hyun, who is the younger sister. So with this devastation, all of a sudden, Ji-won, the main character, has some awful dreams. And as we get to know the characters a bit more, Uma, even though she's devastated and she's bedridden rather, and crippled with her devastation and her loss, she is cooking, and she cooks a lot of fish, and that involves fish eyes. And I think I might need you guys to remind me why they eat the eyes. I think there is a reason why they eat the eyes. It's not for protein, but
they are good luck. If you have the eyes, you will have good luck.
They bring good luck.
Thank you so much. That's true. And so with this devastation comes these awful dreams. So Ji-won, after eating these fish eyes, she starts to have these dreams about eyes, and they're very vivid. They're horrifying. And as time goes on, George comes into the picture. So Uma, the mother, meets George, and Uma, she's so lonely, and she's so afraid of being alone. It seems like she's willing to accept the company of the first man that comes along, the first man that gives her any kind of attention. And this man is awful. He's a white guy, and he's obnoxious. He fits every stereotype for an awful white man. He looks down on people who are not him. He pretends to know the culture of other people. He doesn't even respect the name Ji-won and Ji-hyun. He doesn't even want to pronounce their names right. He even anyway, I could go on and on, and I will go on and on pretty soon. But basically, there's no positive male figures in this woman's life. And as she continues to have these dreams, she continues to have these fascinations with eyes. And well, what comes next? Maybe you guys can take over from here.
I think the thing in here, well, if you haven't read the book, or you're curious about it, yes, it talks about it involves at some point having a mesmerizing approach to white male blue eyes, wanting to eat them. No?
For example.
Oh, yes, only wonderful, handsome blue eyes, and yes, that's how you should do it, and then eat them. Eat them. That's the thing. So the eyes are the best part. Is well, it starts with fish eyes, and it goes towards human eyes. That's it's a horror novel. Sort of, or it sells itself like a body horror novel. Oh, thank you so much. I look like dependent in some library. And those are the different covers for the book. You can find it in various. Well, it's not in Spanish. If you're from a Spanish-speaking like Ale or maybe Marce or Joe, it's not Spanish as far as we know, but in English you can find it in those two different versions.
One more thing to mention that it's important. So this is happening in California, and this is happening in the contemporary times. So this is not a past story. This is not a future story. It goes into our days. And this family is migrated from Korea to California, and basically they were running away somehow from Korea, and they had to struggle and had difficult times starting a new life in California.
Yeah.
And basically they lost their money as well because they went into different businesses and they were actually robbed. So they lost the money, and that is why they live in a very, very tiny apartment, and their life is precarious. So they don't have good jobs. The protagonist Ji-won, she's 19, and the sister is 15 years old. So this is like this kind of range. So because we will talk about a lot about Ji-won, about her character and her development, so we need to understand that she's 19 years old and she's in the university at the moment.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
I think that's more or less everything without spoilers now. So, well, we have 6 different criteria for our talks for ending the book. From now on, hope you like it. We hope you like it. The first one is narrative architecture and coherence. The second one is character relationships and emotional impact. The third one is language, style, and narrative voice. The fourth is thematic depth, symbolism, and originality. The fifth one is word setting and immersion. And the last one is genre, placement, representation, and artistic cohesion. So we're trying to address groups of concepts, things that we can talk about in these 6 criteria for our talks only. But it goes towards what we've already or what we are evaluating about the book with the others at the side. We are trying to. Well, at the end, we will have a winner. I think maybe by just a little amount of evaluation, one from the other, because so far I've seen that the point, like 5 digits, there at point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, in the last evaluation of each book makes the difference. And that's what we were trying to accomplish. So, let's talk, first of all, narrative architecture and coherence. It talks about plot structure, the progression of cause and effect, point of view, pacing and tension, internal logic, overall cohesion, and the quality of the ending. Just talking about the narrative and how well it was constructed, how it's going from the beginning towards the end. Is there a model to the narrative? We have many, well, not many, around 22 narrative models in literature. So one of those can be here, or many of those can try to be here. And how these elements are managed in the subplots of the general plot. And if it has any rules it establishes, and then how it breaks them or goes along with them. So more or less. Well, me first. Narratively speaking, I will say that for me, I think that this is one of the things that I should say it's well done, and maybe that's why it was awarded the Bram Stoker for new novel. No,
Right.
this is the debutante novel prize that Monika Kim won with in the Bram Stoker Award, because it really is consistent on how the book addresses characters, how they behave in this almost kids-like world. It's really the rules of the setting is an adult setting, but really everything happens in a kid's world. It's like being in primary school the whole time. So I think in that regard, the narrative, it's interesting. It's a pretty linear narrative, even when it tries to have twists. It really, I think it doesn't. We will go through there. But the architecture, it's pretty plain. For me, it was pretty simple, very straightforward. And it was like yes, like hearing a 19-year-old caricature of a person. Really, I don't think this is a proper human being. This is the idea of a human being that it's pretty immature for even for her age, and it tries to come up with some mental illness topics, but I think it's a fantastic plot for me, and it goes well with the architecture that Monika Kim had put into place. It's coherent in that way towards the subplots and the plot itself. It makes sense. About, like, I don't know, 2/3 of the novel, I knew what was going to happen, how it was going to be resolved, because everything is magical. Everything is magical. Every landmark in this novel is magic. So I saw pretty clear that it was going to be magic until the end, and it was. So that coherence for me was there. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe it can be a good exercise, a good literature exercise for a student. So you can come with this universe and make itself have rules that make sense within itself, and that's that. No, so for me, this was pretty well done. Uh, but the pacing, the tension, the emotional things that I wanted to have, it failed me there. No, but the tone was coherent enough for me to say, okay, but I know it should be like this because it's like written by a 14-year-old. So yes, for me that it was like that. So I would say maybe 4 out of 5 with the things that I've said. Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so let's discuss this about narrative architecture. So, in my opinion, this book is very, very, very straightforward. So it's very linear. So it goes from A to B, and we know it has to go from A to B because in the premise itself, it tells us that Jiwon develops a fixation with blue eyes, and we know that she eats at some point in the story. We know she eats blue eyes, so that is no spoiler from the premise itself. And we know from the premise as well, because it says in the back that she develops this she falls in love with the blue eyes of George specifically, because he has sparkly, very bright, very beautiful blue eyes, shiny blue eyes. And that is the most important part, I think. So we know that she eats blue eyes at some or eyeballs at some moment. We know that she develops this love or fixation with George blue eyes. So we know for sure that at the end of the book, she will eat George's eyes.
Right.
There is no doubt about it. So you know from the very beginning, at some point in the end, she will eat those blue eyes. So I think what is expected from us as readers is to find out how this will go to happen, how she will manage to eat those blue eyes, because we know that that will happen. Actually, if that didn't happen at the end, it will be like a bummer. If for some reason Jiwon does not eat those blue eyes of this awful man, that would be such a bummer. I will say, oh my god, I was expecting this great big scene where she will get those eyes out and eat them with very great satisfaction, because that's what she wants from the very beginning. So that is why for me this book was very straightforward, even from the premise, because you know what will happen for sure, only you didn't know how. So all the time I was expecting, okay, so how she will manage to do this, because she gets the keys lost, she gets the Rolex broken, she gets the work papers screwed up. So
the presentation in the machine, in the computer, for example.
Yeah, exactly. So all these little revenges that she has, all this is leading to the big one, the big revenge, which will be eating his eyes.
Right.
So for me, that it was cohesive. It was very straightforward, but the shocking factor was missing, of course, because of the very premise itself.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss about the end a bit later, but I didn't like too much how the ending developed in that big scene I was expecting, because it was so quick and so short that it was anticlimactic. But in
Mhm.
terms of narration and coherence, I think it's okay. So it gives you what it promises.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the best way, but it gives you that. So for me, it's okay.
Right, right.
Just one moment, please. It's raining. Like it's the it's going to. I don't know. It's pretty heavily raining. Yeah. So
Mhm.
if my internet goes away again,
Oh,
please
no.
forgive me. I hope not, but it's just awfully raining. Just I told you this was an awkward day with climate. Yeah. So just
Don't
was
worry.
just that comment because it happened just once.
I'm glad you're going first, so at least we can get you in there. And although I think I can actually hear the rain behind me,
Yeah, it's like awful.
which is
Okay.
perfectly good ambiance for a spooky book chat. Um, but yeah, for me, actually, I wish you guys could read my notes. I have so many notes here, and actually, I agree with you. I was totally expecting that you were going to say that. So I thought you were going to hate the narrative. I really, really did. But yeah, so for me, I think Monica Kim had a story to tell, and she told it pretty well. Even if we didn't like the story, if we didn't like how it unfolded, she had a mission, like an A, all the way to B, kind of a beginning, middle, end. And
No. Ah, no. Ahí sigues, ¿verdad, Mau?
Yep.
Ah, okay. I thought it was me.
that is so funny.
I almost cursed in Spanish. Oh,
Uh-oh. He said it too
Okay.
soon.
Now he's frozen. For me, it's frozen. Do you see him frozen?
Yeah, he's definitely frozen. Javi, don't do that. Did he do that on purpose? Is that a joke?
No, it's not. Maybe it's the rain he was mentioning.
Oh, he's going to be crushed if he can't make it over. If he can't make it for the discussion.
Maybe let's see in the chat.
Ali, you're right. He jinxed it.
Yeah, he did. And he jinxed it in Spanish.
Uh-huh. Which is apparently, maybe that's a really strong jinx. Well, I'll keep going, and maybe he'll be back. And like the absolute worst case scenario. Oh yeah, he's actually
Yeah,
going.
he disconnected. Oh.
Do you know, I had a vision of this happening. I had a vision of the two of us talking today, and I feel like I also jinxed it in my head.
Yeah.
like-
It's inevitable.
Just-
Okay, so let's wait a few moments because maybe he will say something in the chat.
Mhm.
Maybe he's just reconnecting or something.
I can also send him the link to his Instagram. Oh no, I emailed it to him anyway, so he might be able to log on in
Yeah,
some
he has it.
different way.
Let's see. So Ashley say that we should reschedule.
Mm.
Let me ping him in the chat. Just one second.
Yep.
Maybe he will reply.
So you guys, internet connections are different all over the world, and so I know here in Newfoundland, like even during our worst winter storms, we've been pretty lucky. At least here in this part of St. John's, we've been so lucky. We have so much extreme weather. St. John's is actually in one of the windiest cities in the whole world, and we're so lucky because this doesn't happen to us. Yeah, Ashley, this makes me think of winter. 100%. That's exactly what what I'm saying there. Yeah. So we lose power and we lose electricity a bit, but I was lucky this winter. It didn't happen, not even once to me. Let's see.
Okay, so let me see. He's just chatting back.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely he lost power because of the storm.
Mm.
So Ashley says that this makes me think of winter. So this means you got something like that somehow.
Yeah.
Your power went off.
Yeah, as you were just typing that out, I was just saying that in like, this winter, we've been so lucky. We had some pretty extreme weather. We had actually one of the worst winters on record up here, but we didn't lose power. I don't think I lost it once, but
Mhm. Yeah, but
this-
in Javi's case, I think it's really hard because sometimes the rain is so heavy, power
Mhm,
will be off pretty much all the time. So
mhm.
this is the second time. So bad timing, of course.
We have a big storm here in Mexico City, Rodo. So
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
know.
I say I know I think we should reschedule because sometimes we could connect via Instagram, for example,
Mhm.
but Javi will be connecting from his data provider, and that connection might not be strong.
Mm,
So, okay, so he says it's on again and he's reconnecting. Okay, so let's give him a few moments. Maybe he will be able to connect.
yeah.
Yeah, because the other day was the same. So, the good thing about the other day was that he went with this storm, but it was in the first session. So we were talking about
Mhm.
without spoilers, just the premise and first opinions. But today is the spoilery discussion. So we
Yeah.
want him
Yeah.
to be here as well, right?
Right.
Fingers
Um,
crossed. Yes.
Hola, Danny. I think
Hey, Danny, welcome.
we missed your in the chaos there, Danny. We missed your greeting. So sorry about that. You're important, and I'm happy that you're here. Do we miss anything else? No.
Great minds think alike. Okay, we got him. Yeah.
Oh man, I was just crushed for a few minutes there. So
No, me too. We saw a rooftop going out in the window, like
Oh
in
my God.
Dorothy and the
Like the
tornado.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz. It's like, what's happening?
damn.
All of a sudden. But hopefully, it will not happen again. It just receded a little. So
Mhm.
I'm here. Thank you so much for waiting.
Okay, I think maybe we should go and hurry because we have this risk.
Oh, don't worry. It's going down so quickly now.
Mm.
So it's like stabilizing, but it was just awful. It was like, what happened? Yes, but
Yeah.
now I'm all right. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay,
So I
so
just,
let's go ahead with John. You
mhm.
were saying.
So I was just saying with regards to narrative architecture and coherence that I actually agree with you guys. I thought for sure we were going to have a different experience. And so, Javi, I believe you had just finished saying that you believe that Monica Kim won the Bram Stoker Award for new fiction because of the narrative. And that's exactly what I have written down. Oh, you can't really read my handwriting there. That's exactly what I have written down. That's so funny that you said that. Um, and so when I think about the Bram Stoker, I think of Joyce Carol Oates, and I think of Stephen King and Stephen Graham Jones.
Mhm.
And so I think of so many amazing authors
Yeah.
that have some amazing narratives. And so, yeah, no, we'll pick it apart pretty soon. But I just wanted to say that the author had a point. She had a story to tell, and she did tell the story. And I wasn't confused throughout the story. I knew what was happening. Um, but I guess one of my biggest issues, like if we're talking about narrative architecture, like the point of view is the issue that I had. I had the most issue with the point of view. G1, it was just so silly. It was just so all over the place, even though the narrative was great. And I do agree with that. And the coherence, 100%, I'm on board. I just didn't get on with Jiwan's point of view, and that does tie in with our second point. So I'll save my thoughts for that one, perhaps. But I mean, we had some pretty basic writing here as well. Okay, we'll get into that pretty soon there now as well. But when it comes to coherence, I thought Monica Kim did well. The flow of the book, was great, even though it did feel so silly. The silliness of George, especially, he was just so ridiculous, so cringe, and so over the top. And the main characters didn't really fit what I want for a horrific book, you know? Um, and I will say as well, like when it comes to the narrative, like for me, what we essentially got was a really well written YA book, which is totally fine. I'm totally on board if that's what we're told. Um, if that's what we're told that we've signed up for. And I don't know if you guys had the same experience as I did. The main character is a teenager who has these adult opinions, who's very juvenile in some instances, hiding George's keys behind the milk carton and doing these little tricks. But then she goes right into eating eyeballs. So, like, we'll get into it. But
Yes.
yeah, I had so many issues with that. But the narrative, 100% coherent. I'm on board. And I think Monika Kim, even though I didn't love this book, and I didn't really love her second book either. I liked it. I didn't love it. I think that she has so much promise, and I will continue to read her. I think that she's an author that she's only 41 years old. So she's such a baby. I'm 41 years old. I look much younger than that, but my eyes especially. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say about that.
Wow. I thought she was like 25. I forgot about her age at all.
Yeah, she looks younger. Yeah.
I'm pretty astonished. No, now it's worse for me. So, okay, no, it's like, what?
Well, that was my next question. Does that make it worse for you, Javi? Because
Yes, of course. No, this is not proper literature. I'm sorry. This shouldn't have won any award. But I will go to my ramblings at the last minute. I think, oh well, because there are so many things that, yes, that's the thing. We should analyze it, and then I think at the end I can summarize why I don't, because I don't want to I want to separate narrative coherence and architecture from the number 3 that we will address it later on, language, style, and narrative voice, because there are two very, very different things. You can be writing something with a proper model, a proper architecture for the narrative that you're trying to achieve, and it's going to have all that structure and that like coherence because you've set some rules that you are adhering to, but that could be very, very unwell written. So that's
Sure.
the thing. So that for me, even the narrative was not that good. It's like a 4 out of 5. But characters, relationships, and emotional impact. It's about character development and transformation, the specificity of internal conflicts, the authenticity of character voices in dialogue, the complexity of relationships, and the work's ability to engage the readers emotionally. It assesses whether characters feel believable and consistent, whether interactions between them generate meaningful conflict and change, and whether emotional responses are earned by the narrative rather than produced through sentimental manipulation. So, in here, I will go down the hill all over the place. From here on, it's there is no character development in here. It's just like caricature all over the place for everyone. George is a caricature of a misogynistic white male from the United States who in reality is a chauvinist that hates women and uses them, and he will sleep with them no matter what the cost. And then we'll take advantage of it because he's talking with an ambassador and he's going to, with his it seems it's his daughter or something out of that ambassador that he's talking in the phone. So he uses them in all manners possible. He likes them eager and willing to serve, and not only Asian, I think, but he prefers Asian, and
Mhm.
he prefers them young. This is creepy as hell. It's like
Yeah.
the most caricature it gets, the better for the novel. I don't know, and all characters are like that.
Mhm.
The mother, it's like out of a telenovela, but from Korea. It's like what?
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's frozen
Frozen
again.
again. But actually, you're frozen as well. Oh, no, you're not. Okay.
Am I? No.
No.
I am not.
Sorry. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens there with him.
Okay, so let me ping him one more time. And maybe Rodro can also give us some insight about what's going on.
Rhoda, you're close friends with Javi. What were his thoughts?
Okay, so let's see. Okay, yes, he lost power again.
Mhm.
It says it's returned, but now the internet is restarting. Okay, so let's give him a few
Mhm.
moments.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, so let's give him a few moments to
Yeah.
reconnect. So in the meantime, let's see. Ashley says at times she was so childish. Yes.
Mhm.
So childish for some things, but not childish for other things, because what I see she's always portraying is someone who blames everything, and she blames the father, she blames the country, she blames society. That oh, he's back.
Oh yes,
That was quick.
Yes, it was quick. It just like it blinked and
Mhm.
everything went out and the internet was out, but then it restarted. So
Yeah, that is why I said we need to hurry.
yeah. I'm trying my best. But I have so much to. I really was wanting to read something like this. I wanted horror in our
Mhm.
books.
Sure.
It was like promising, and for me, this is such a disappointment of a book. It really, I don't know why it got an award. I don't want to read anything from her anymore. I was just like angry reading it, because it was like, why am I reading this? I don't know why am I reading this. I shouldn't be, but
Mhm.
it's like that. So I'm trying to go quickly. So well, I was saying it's all a caricature. The mother is from a telenovela. The daughter is non-existent. Well, the sister is non-existent. It's like support, always emotional support, and that's that. The father is just like an idea that really doesn't add up to anything, and the full plot is around drama and trauma. That really, it's. I'm from a divorced parents' family, and no, this is not like that. This is really just made up.
Mhm.
All this trauma, all this. I'm not Korean, but I should be Korean. I feel like I'm Korean, and you're not properly saying my name. What? You are North American as North Americans are,
Mhm.
because your parents are immigrants and you were born there. So you are North American. You are not Asian. You have Asian ascendance. That's
Mhm.
that. You have Asian heritage, but you're not Asian, my darling. You are North American. So what is this that I'm reading? Because this is like having a 14-year-old trying to go ranting about race, where it really shouldn't be, no, addressed like that. Uh, I really, the characters were like non-existent. There are two things that I think it lacked the most: character development and construction. And then eventually we will go there. The I, it really doesn't have for me this sense of continuity of something that might happen. I
Mhm.
get really, there are like 20 things or more that don't happen like that in real life, and we are seeing this not only through her mental ill eyes. No, we're
Mm.
seeing this through Jeffries, through Ji Woong, through the mother, and nothing adds up to the real world. Never. It's like what? No, everything is magical. So the characters for me, their relationships are maybe the most real relationship that I got there was the sisters, but because that's the same character, the two sisters is the same character. There is no depth in any one of them. It's just she split the character in two, and one is older than the other, and one is more present than the other. But that's that. There is no difference in here.
Mm.
The girls are the girls, but it could be only one girl. So for me, this is if I could give it a 0, I would give it a 0, but I think I have to give it a 1. So out of 5.
Yeah,
So
for the formula to work, you need to give it a 1.
yes, you have to give it a 1. So I will give it a 1 because it should be like that. But no, the emotional impact usually the emotional impact of a novel comes from the characters having relationships between each other and with the context. That's
Mhm.
where you have the emotional impact, and it was 0 for me. It was like boring. I was dreading so much the novel. It was
Mm.
Oh, frozen one more time.
Yeah, I think he was almost done his thoughts and his opinions. Um, give it a second there. If he goes right off the screen, then maybe we can continue this
Yeah,
point.
I know what I have experienced something like that before. So the power went off for just 1 second and then comes back, but still
Yeah.
this restarts or reboots your router. So your internet has to take some time to reconnect. So that's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ashley says, Javi, you are hard to please.
Yes, he is.
He is definitely hard to please. We love him for that, though. But yeah, let's wait a second and see what.
Okay, he says it's restarting again. Yeah.
So that you guys
So
have quite a bit tonight. It's going to be a bit of an unusual evening of coming and going, but we'll just make the best of it, I think. Eh?
yeah. As long as he reconnects, like in a couple of moments, that's fine. So we can wait, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's so bad timing. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Usually, yeah, Mondays. We'll have to switch days, maybe to Wednesdays or
The forecast,
Fridays, any other day. Maybe there is a jinx on Mondays.
maybe. Yeah, I don't think that when you guys do your Thursdays that this has been a problem, not on his end. Like he hasn't been logged.
Exactly, yeah, because we do for people who maybe don't know, Javi and I, we always do live streams on Thursdays, but these storms, they usually don't happen on Thursdays. It's only Mondays.
only Monday. Well, but we do it. We do all those streams like 4 hours later, like around 8 o'clock my time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's that. Yes, in here it's been raining in the afternoon, and at night it stops. I'm so sorry.
Mm.
But well, I rounding it up, that's what I felt about characters and relationships and emotional impact. It's like a 0 for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, like you said, that this was a young adult's novel, but then I remembered that I'm against that, because young adults, I have been a young adult. I was reading Tolstoy when I was a young adult. I was reading Dostoevsky. I was reading Kafka. I was reading, I don't know, I have so many things about Carlos Fuentes. When I was a child, I was reading Carlos Fuentes.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no young adult reading, really. It's just a marketing scheme for poor literature to go towards the shelves. So yes,
Yeah.
I would never say that young adults are this level of literature. No, never have. No. But I was thinking about that, my dear John. Yes, of course I did. Yes.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah,
me.
because we need to remember that young adult means only that the character, usually the protagonist, is a young adult.
Mhm.
So this means that maybe the reader will be related to that character. Maybe the reader will see some of his real life interactions and flows and maybe emotions reflected in that character, usually in fantasy or science fiction or fantastical stories, because that's what the mind of a young adult wants to relate to at that age.
Right.
But it's not, yeah, as Javi said, it doesn't mean that it has to be an excellent writing or so profound, because it's targeted for that audience. But
No, no.
in this case,
Yes.
I
No,
don't think
I was meant. I meant that it should be high quality literature.
it
Yeah.
should. Exactly,
Yes,
it should.
I think young adult. It's pretty new. It wasn't around when I was young,
Hmm.
and it's out of a sudden there was this like huge amount of literature that was not not good at all,
Mhm.
because people tend to identify young people as a little more stupid than because they are developing.
Mhm.
And that, I think that's a mistake. I teach young people, and they are
Mhm.
pretty intense. They are very in depth with their feelings and thoughts. But this is pretty new and it's working. They are making younger people feel they shouldn't be that intelligent.
Mm.
And I think
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
the marketing scheme I was talking about. The young adult literature for me is just nonsense. Well, for me,
Sure,
yes.
sure.
Mm.
Okay, so let's talk about emotional impact. I want to talk about impact first,
Yeah.
because when you choose a book to read, you know more or less what this is about or what genre it falls into.
Mhm.
So this sets expectations about how your emotions will be impacted when you finish it. For example, if you read a romance novel, you expect maybe to have some emotions about sadness or happiness or love or excitement, things like that. When you read a fantasy, when you read science fiction, expectations are different. In this case, the expectation is horror, right? Because this is a horror novel. So
Mhm.
specifically body horror. Last session, last week, we read about the caution or these warnings, right?
Yeah.
The flags, and it
Mhm.
had a lot: cannibalism, it had racism, it had hate, it had violence and gore, and a lot of those.
Yeah.
So the expectation when you start this book is high in those terms. So
Right.
my expectation was that I was going to be shocked, impacted, maybe disgusted or grossed, because this will be so, oh my god, she's eating the eyeballs, what will happen next? Because I thought always that eating the eyeballs was the first step of something bigger. I thought actually that she was going to eat human flesh and human guts, and
Mhm.
she was going to be full throat with that this cannibalism. But actually, it didn't happen. It's just the eyes,
Yeah.
and actually, the eyes, when she pops the eyes out and eats them, it was not as gruesome or gross as I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a master class of cannibalism, but it didn't happen. So it was actually really plain. It was actually like boring to read. So
Yeah.
for me, the emotional impact is low because of that. I was not emotionally impacted as I was expecting to be. And even if I wasn't expecting anything, at least it will be surprising me. But it didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Mostly in the last scene, because I was expecting a big eyeball eating scene with George, but that was so fast in the hospital. It actually it's like when you have a murder in a movie, but it's off screen, and they tell you after, oh, and she killed that guy, and she ate his eyeballs, but we didn't see it. I was expecting to see this in like this is narrated in first person, so really feel it, but it didn't happen. So for me, emotional impact is low, and
Mhm.
characters. I know some characters in this one are disposable. For example, Alexis. I don't agree with Ashley. She's saying that Alexis had some development. I don't know if I take out Alexis completely, the story will continue the same. I didn't like Joffrey because Joffrey, they try to make us believe that he's like the bad guy in somehow, or she's going to manipulate her somehow, and that is touched on the surface with the
Right.
bag when he takes the bag, but that didn't happen. That didn't lead to anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just too convenient for him to be blamed at the end. So all
Yeah.
this convenience, I don't think it's shocking value. So I don't see also character development. So Jiwon, she okay, so she went from this naive 19 years old, then to eating eyeballs, then to revenge, and then to what? At the
So
end, at the very,
she's
very,
going
very
to
end.
murder her father. It's
Yeah,
like, what?
exactly. At the
Really?
very, very end, it says that she will be taking revenge on the one that is culprit, who is her father.
Her father.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's like a sequel. The sequel will be she going after his own
She's
father.
out for revenge.
Yeah. So that is why I was saying this is not believable. A 19 years old will not have that, even though having this tumor, because somehow we are made to believe that the tumor is the culprit of all of this. But
Mhm.
even though with that, I don't think that's believable. So yeah, it's low for me in this one.
Mhm. I think it's totally fine for horrific books to not be believable, but at the same time, we need to be grounded in something. And in this particular book, I personally wasn't grounded in any sense of reality. It happened in California, and I didn't even know I was there. When you said that earlier, that it takes place in California, I completely forgot about that. But anyway, I just as you're talking there, Mao, I was just reminded about Jeffrey, and when it comes to emotional impact, like he was so in love with Jiwan.
But why? Yeah,
And like
why?
I can remember he says to her, he loves her because she's just not like the other girls. Like, okay, give me more. Like we were given nothing to work with here, nothing to relate to. I cared about Uma a bit, but even Uma, I got really tired of Uma, and I was rooting for her, of course, in the beginning. And but even Uma, she kind of just dissipates and fades away into the background, even though the storyline with Uma is so big. But you guys, yeah, when it comes to characters, relationships, and emotional impact, it just felt like the internal conflicts within Jiwan were the author's internal conflicts herself. And we shouldn't be able to pick up on that, I think. If we're reading a book, I mean, obviously, this author can write whatever she wants. And I'm all for feminine power and
Yeah,
equality of the sexes, of all genders. And
yeah,
I love a good feminine rage story. I love a good revenge story.
yeah.
Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 are in my top 10 movies of all time. But yeah, I just didn't care. I just didn't care about these characters. What else do I have here?
No.
Even Jiwan's descent into madness. It just made no sense. Um, and so when it comes to the emotional impact, like there could have been so much developed with that one thing, just with her descent into madness and her descent into doing all the awful things that she did. And I would have loved the book so much more, even if we were just given a little bit more of that. Um, Maybe this book was gigantic and it was edited down again and again and again.
Mm.
But as you were talking there, you guys, I was just thinking Monika Kim should call the producers of the X Files and let them know that she's available like she would
For the
be
rerun, yes.
like there's a reboot. I'm going to be watching every episode. I think she'd be phenomenal to write for the X Files. This would have been a really great X Files episode. You agree?
I love the X-Files mythos. I was there when it happened.
Mhm.
We've been watching it in retrospective. It's pretty good television. The pace is good and everything. But yes, it's always like some magic will happen, but you
Mhm,
don't know
mhm.
it happened, and you're yearning it to happen, but it will not. So yes, I know what you say. Yes, I totally agree. And the new X Files seem dreadful, and so yes, totally
Mhm.
agree.
So I know there's more comments there, but just in case Javi gets booted out again, do you mind if we move on to the next one?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys can
We
keep
should
commenting.
move on.
You
Yeah.
guys can keep commenting, but on the off chance that we lose Javi altogether,
I don't think that will happen. It stopped raining. It
yeah.
stopped raining already, so I think we will have a proper connection. So don't worry about it, because I want to address Ashley. Thank you so much. She was hoping I return.
Mhm.
I know everybody did, but thank you so much. And that's the one that I wanted to address. Yes, my mom says that. Totally agree. Yes, I totally agree. I like surprise. I'm more awake than asleep, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So I have to be always like consistently analyzing and synthesizing information. And I'm like a walking encyclopedia, and I have lost so much information that I had in the past. So I'm trying to, yes, I'm trying to get the best experience out of the things that I do, whatever it is.
Mhm.
And yes, I'm usually told that, but that's why I started saying that I'm the harshest of the three, because I know it can come out as harsh, but it's because right now I'm reading 7 books along with this one. And for me, it was like, why am I wasting my time with this novel? Because I have not finished Cartarescu's new book for
Solenoid.
me. No, Solenoid. I already now I have this wonderful book that I'm reading now. It's El ala izquierda, Segador, Orbitor #1.
Oh,
So,
Mhm.
okay, okay.
yes, and I have Cartarescu's poetry, and I'm just loving it. And I have another 5 books that are there in tandem with these other books that we're reading. So it's when I say, "Oh my God, I never DNF a book. I will never do it." I totally believe, because I've had evidence that um, books can get wonderful in the last 50 pages. No,
Mhm.
wonderful, like memorable. But that's why I don't DNF them. I wait for them to call me again. I just put them on pause. But this one was like, I cannot put this on pause. I have to finish it right now. So this is time for me. It's that my life is short. I'm not getting younger. So that's the thing. Yes, I'm hard to please. I'm so sorry, my dear Ashley. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
She shared another when you want to study the group. She helped you on meditation. Yes, but something that speaking character wise, it was again like the caricature of the friend that should do that for you in your
Mhm.
college years,
Mhm.
and only that. It's a one-dimensional character always. No? She was saving grace.
Yeah.
She was so
In
patient.
in
Yes.
Alexis, I thought that she was just an excuse
No.
for you want to be in one place at
Mhm.
one time, so
No.
she can find this homeless person, and then she takes the eyes out. I think that was only an excuse. So this character for me, it's an excuse for
Mhm.
you want to be in that place at that moment, and that's it. You can
And that,
take this character out, and nothing will happen.
And there
mhm.
is something strange. There is only one homeless guy. The other ones were students from the university. They were
Yes.
sleeping there. They were proper students like Jiwon or whatever, whomever was there. So how did she get to do what she did the way she's telling us she
I
did
know.
it?
I
Because
know.
with the homeless people, I know you
Mhm.
can maybe do it that way. But with another student, how did it end up like that? It's like magic again. It's like, what?
Yeah.
We
It
weren't
You
is
given.
too
don't know how to
convenient.
set up a proper murder.
Yeah.
Murder has to be properly set up. If not, it will seem like magic.
Mm-hmm.
You should change your name, Raiders on the Storm.
Really good one. I love it, actually.
Yes, totally, my dear Joe.
Season 2.
Hopefully, it will not happen again.
Yeah.
But well, if you want, we can go to the third.
Yeah,
one.
let's move on.
Language, style, and narrative voice. We're
Perfect.
talking on prose quality, command of language, syntactic variety, lexical precision, and the consistency of voice and tone through the work. It evaluates whether stylistic choices are intentional and functional, whether the narrative voice is distinctive and sustained, and whether the tone aligns with the themes and situations without creating unintended dissonance. Well, this is that thing that I was talking about. For me, this is a 1 again. If I cannot give it 0, it's like, yes, you know how to speak English, but I think you should go towards trying to write literature in English. This is like, I'm all the time I'm hearing a 19-year-old with a 14-year-old mindset speaking all over the place, all novel long. And it's not for me. It's not working for me. Not when you are trying to convince me that she's having this psychotic outbursts, that she's having this horrific. For me, I don't know for you, Mel, because you know you love horror as much as I do. And for me, those nightmares were not nightmares at all. They were like repeating themselves. All, and now I have seen so many eyes, and now I'm inside a big eye, and now the big eye is. It's like, what? Really? This is symbolic for you? This is a nightmare for you? You should have some proper nightmares, my dear, because this is not. No, but for me, it wasn't horror or nightmarish or anything like that. And the language she uses all the time addresses that. It's, you need more complex English to go towards symbolism. If not, you're going only on the surface of things, and you have descriptions, and she goes towards descriptive narrative all over the book. She's like, the chips were crispy like crispy chips, salty like salty crispy chips, and she munched them like they were the only crispy chips, and
That's
she
so funny.
savored them. I'd like, what? Really? That's their description of something that it's. The only one that I do acknowledge where the language changed is with the first eye. She eats. It's the only moment, and I'm sure she got that paragraph with help, because it's nowhere to be found in all the novel. Not before, not after that part, where she even has to wash her throat with water, and eventually she has to vomit. That really, it's something I was. You wouldn't hold your first cannibalism meal. You couldn't. You can't. That first step towards nightmarish behavior, it's going to be very human. Like, you're going to vomit. That's for sure. So I think that there should have been. I'm sure she got help in there, because it's pretty intense. It's interesting. It really got the feeling. But the English she used there, I didn't saw it. I didn't see it anywhere else. The style is descriptive. It's like, there is a dog. I'm watching the dog. The dog has passed by. Oh, it's like, what? And it was a brown dog. It's not how you try to say it. It's how you write it. No. And the narrative voice is boring. So it's just childish. For me, it was childish. So no, I didn't. I cannot put any more effort on that. Yes, 1 out of 5, most. At
Okay,
most.
okay. So narrative voice, in my case, let's see through the progression of the narration. So this is a 19 years old, so she's in the university, so we see a lot of scenes in the university, in the classrooms, with the classmates and things like that. So I think that part reads as one story. And then we have the dreams about the eyeballs and all this. That reads like another story. And then we have the cannibalism and this violence and this urge to eat the eyeballs. And I think that's the third story that we have. I was expecting, for example, to have a distinction between when she goes into in those cannibalistic urges and assassinations. I was expecting those to be very gruesome and very shocking,
Mhm.
versus a really nice narration about her day and in the classroom with the friends, or studying, or with the sister when they hugged in the bed. But I didn't actually see a difference. So the tone was always the same. And I think that's why it lost the shocking factor, because the most important scenes when she eats the eyeballs should have been very, very distinctive to be shocking and to be actually impacting you. But they were the same tone for me. They didn't differentiate at all. And for example, the dreams, I was expecting maybe to be something surreal, maybe hypnotic, that
Yeah.
really takes me to another place. But it was also the same tone. It's like there's no difference at all. So for me, the tone and the voice was always the same. And that is, in my case, a decrement to the story's positive note, right?
Mhm.
And language is very simple, because I don't know, maybe it's what you said about young adult. Usually language is very, very simple, because it's towards the target of audience, that maybe they think, oh no, they don't think so much, so we should give them easy to read literature. Should not, but it's what happens. So maybe that is why this is very, very simple. We don't know if Monika Kim actually wrote something very poetic or metaphor or something like that, and it was cut out in the edit process, but I don't think so.
I don't
So
think.
it's just a plain story. So it's very straightforward, and that is why the language is very straightforward, style
Mhm.
is very straightforward, and the tone is always the same. So it's mid to low for me.
Hmm.
Mhm. Right, right, right. And so, just to piggyback on what you guys are saying, I know some people are probably watching and listening in right now, and they're thinking, okay, well, why did the fiction finders choose this book?
It was a scam. It was a scam. It was
So
marketed so well.
It
what I
won
want
the Bram Stoker
Yeah, we
Prize.
were so excited to have this one with us.
Mhm. Yeah, and so what I wanted to say is exactly that. We had every reason to believe that this book was probably one of the best written horror novels of 2024.
Yeah,
And not just that, it was from a new author, an exciting author. And yeah, like you mentioned with the Bram Stoker Award. So, of course, we were going to have this amazing experience.
yeah,
Um, and we talked last week about how we can't really judge a book based on its rating on Goodreads. We can't do that because there's so many amazing books that are written. And if I only read the books that are 3.75 or higher, I'm going to miss out on probably the best experience of my life. I will say though, it does count for something. It counts for something, and people really did love this book. So, like, if you're new to horror, maybe if you're a 19-year-old who's new to horror and you're looking to start off the genre, actually, I was going to say this is a good place to start, but actually, it isn't. It's not even a good place to start. So, I had given myself a bunch of time today to sit down and think, okay, I'm going to go through the book and find like the beautiful passages. I'm going to write them down in my book. So I left myself some space, but I look. These are the beautiful patch. Oh, that's the next point. It's nothing
yes.
there.
Uh,
So when it comes to prose and syntactic variety and lexical precision. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's a 1 out of 5 for sure. Hey, and yeah, I was really looking forward to the best written horrific book of the year, and we just didn't get it. Um, so that's all I really wanted to say. But just on your point, Javi, you mentioned about the language being so bland. I can remember one part of the book, like George speaks, and he says, he's describing what he likes to eat, and he says, I like bacon and macaroni. Okay, we're given nothing, and so
Yeah.
it's too bad.
Too bad, totally. And in that regard, when I was reading like halfway through the book, it
Mhm.
reminded me so much of Flesh, so much with its bland everything. This huge white space all over the place. You have this white space. Okay, this is just not working, but you can see it. It's like I think maybe a fifth of the book is blank space,
Mhm.
maybe it's a sixth of the book. So it's like, and you wanted to have the page count for you to go towards some category, and this is a novel and not a novel, no? So
I
because it will rate differently in bookstores, it will go differently towards awards only by page count. So it was, yes, I do think that what you're saying, it's just for me, Flesh was the reference in the blandness and the straightforwardness. I don't know, with some sort of non-interesting train of thought inside the character's head. I don't know.
Mhm.
I want to say it nicely. I think I'm doing it. I hope.
You're holding yourself back, but yeah.
I'm yes, I'm do. Ashley gets me as funny. Thank you so much, Ashley. I'm trying to. Yes, I'm
Mhm.
trying. Yes, so totally. So thematic depth and symbolism and originality. Oh my god! And this I will address you, Ashley, here because totally. Stephen King writes horror. Yes, this is not horror. This criteria brings together the intellectual exploration of complex themes, the use of symbols and literary devices to create layered meaning, and the work's ability to offer a fresh perspective within its genre conventions. It considers whether themes are developed with nuance and ambiguity, whether symbolism and other devices do more than decorate the text, and whether the work avoids cliché by opening up new ways of seeing familiar conflicts and motifs. Mm. So it was so promising, and we thought about it. Well, the premise here for us to choose each book is that we're not going to read them beforehand,
Mhm.
the show. We're
Mhm.
going to read them as the show progresses with our audience, with you, my dear Ashley, Joe, Patrick, and everyone. So we can like have a sort of a book club where everyone knows the same about the book. But
Mhm.
how can we select something that is really, really interesting and really, really awesome that we can call the best literature that we found? And we did so much research about this. That's why I say this was a scam. I'm sorry. Everywhere we looked about this book, it said it was wonderful, it was horrific, it was. She says in here, it's like, what really do you think this about your own book? Be a little more critical, by God said. I want for believing in this book. I'm so well. No, I just it's at the end, but it says like this quirky she defines the book as quirky, squirmishing, horribly queerly written or something like that. like so many things that the book is not, because it's not that complex. um and we, well, at least me, I speak for myself, I got tricked, because everywhere we looked, the book was something else. And about the depth, there is none. As Mao said, the eyes should be the starting point of something. Or like in Dexter, Dexter only goes towards a sample of love, but he relishes. He like his passion is the murder itself. It's like he's like a stalker, and he gets them, and he drugs them, and he makes them feel the revenge of their victims by him being the avatar of death, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
This poor girl is just like wanting to, she just wants to have the eyeballs. It's like, really.
Mm-hmm.
And goes to all this trouble of, well, not being caught. That doesn't add. In Los Angeles, in California, there are cameras all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
In every street you have a camera. Well, in Mexico City, you cannot do anything without a camera recording you on the street, in every corner, in every little space on the streets. So how come she doesn't get caught in any of those murders? And cameras are infrared sensitive, so they see in the dark. No? It's like, I was in the bushes. I don't care. You're being recorded, my dear. You're going to get caught tomorrow. They will go to your house.
Even in the hospital, in the hospital, those cameras also work.
It's like, what?
I went it again. Yeah.
The next door, the room next door at the hospital with the nurses and everything.
Yeah.
She gets away with murder. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is an awful fantasy for a very, very young person. Not a young adult, but a childish person. Mm-hmm. So the depth is none. The symbolism is not there. The eyes do not signify anything. I was hoping that the eyes were a symbol of something. No?
Yeah, there was so much there.
Yes, and at the end, the blue eyes, you get to wonder, okay, is this about hating white North American males with blue eyes? Is that's the thing, no?
You have to ask that question. I know.
And I really don't like that, because she says, well, there is, I don't know if it is in here. Yes, in the symbolism, something that just got me, and I said, oh my dear God. She addresses this turf of a writer that I don't like, not Chia DC. And I'm sorry if somebody here likes her writing. Maybe her writing is good, but she has made some very awful remarks towards the community of friends and family that I have. So no, you cannot say that this woman is a champion of justice in your book, just like that, no? Mm-hmm. And I think the feminism that is portrayed in this book is just like, you're starting to know feminism because you saw it in social media. Something like that. Is a very cheap feminism, very straightforward towards some type of men, and then all men, I don't know, because all men here are very ill portrayed. Even Jeffrey, no? Mm-hmm. It's like they are stupid, they're misogynistic, they only want sex, they are like in love with you and they won't leave you alone, and you want to get your space. And my God, what about Allison? Is Alexis? She's like a stalker friend. She's like an awful person. Mm. I was hoping she was a lesbian and she wanted to get with Jiwon, but she didn't. So it's like, what's with this character? Is what are you thinking about, man? It's like you wanted some balance in here. Right. So there is no symbolism and originality. No, it could have been very original. The premise was interesting, and even the cover, the cover is interesting. This is something I would love
Yeah.
to develop further on. But
Mhm.
no, 0 out of 5, 1 out of 5, because I cannot.
So before I forget, so yeah, about the cameras. So I thought the same. Of course, there are cameras everywhere, but in the hospital, of course, they have cameras, and they need to have some
Mhm.
investigation, right, about DNA or the
Mhm.
fingerprints in the knife, some things like that. But it just turns out that Jeffrey is the culprit of everything. He's blamed for everything, and that then she gets away with murder so easily. So
Mhm.
that was so not original, as this one points. This point says. But one more, I think this title is deceiving. This title is also a scam, as you said,
Yeah.
because it says the eyes are the best part. So
Mm.
the best part of what? The best part
Right.
of a group. So this then it makes you believe that she eats everything from the body,
Mhm.
but what she likes the most is the eyes, or are the
Mhm.
eyes. So that is why I was under this expectation. Okay, she's going to eat the whole body, and she finds out that what she likes is the eyeballs.
Yeah.
But that never happens. So this title is not cohesive. It's
Mm.
not telling us the truth. The eyes are the only part that she eats, right?
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
symbolism, yeah, I thought the same. I thought at the beginning that the eyes being blue,
Mhm.
so they were a representation of the white race, or yeah, specifically white men,
Mm.
because she despises brown eyes. She despises dark eyes. She only tends to like to actually the eating of the eyes. For me, it's like hurting the eyes, like having an attack on these eyes. So it's not just the act of eating them just for the flavor or like that. She says it's salty and it's like groomy, but no, it's the eyes, the attack. So she's attacking this white person. So
Mm.
maybe it's a representation of they being migrants, foreign country, into this California society that always treats Asian people badly. Okay, she's taking revenge against men, specifically white men, by eating their eyes. I thought the symbolism was that, but it's not clear. It's not actually clear. Maybe that was the intention, but it's not clear in the prose. So that's a bummer as well.
Yeah.
I was also expecting some more Korean culture in the themes. It happened something like in the Tiger and the Cosmonaut, that we had this Chinese family in the US,
Mhm.
or sorry, in Canada. In this case, it's Korean in US.
Yep.
We do see some language from Korea, some pronunciation about the Korean language,
Yeah.
maybe some custom like eating the fish eyes that brings you luck, but not too many. I was expecting a bit more of that.
Mhm.
And one thing about the fish eyes, so I also found that it was very quick for her to develop this urge to eat the eyeballs of a human being after eating the fish, because she never ate fish's eyes, but
Mhm.
she ate the fish eyes like one or two times only.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
after that, she develops this urge to eat the eyes of a person. So I thought
Right.
it was too sudden. There was no progression in that line. So for me, it was not landing what it was expected as a good narration flow.
Mhm.
So originality, yeah, maybe it's original in the premise about eating the eyeballs and developing this urge to eat specifically blue eyes.
Mhm.
Even though it's an original idea, it's not well developed. So yeah, it's a low for me.
Yeah, and like it's just so disappointing because it could have been explored. It could have went in so many different directions, and yeah, at some point, it seems like she just chose not to. When it comes to like feminine rage, like there's, it's so exciting. I love when a bad guy gets what he deserves, and I love female power. I love a good female superhero type of character, right? I think we all do. and it just sucks. Even like the ending when the tumor was revealed, it's just for me it kind of took away even from that female rage experience. Like, um, I'm down with the bad guys going down, but the female empowerment was because of a tumor. Um, like, okay. And also, we were kind of told like this book, well, we were misled in so many directions. We were misled for the reasons that you guys just mentioned, but also we're basically told we're getting a story about an immigrant experience. And that really didn't go anywhere either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hear your points. I share your opinions. And yeah, it's just too bad. I think that we should just take the eyes out altogether. A really good family disillusionment story after the father leaves and everyone's devastated. It's too bad.
Yeah, I remarked a sentence in here, and it says in page 98, towards what we're talking about. I'm certain that blue eyes will taste amazing, much better than the blue ones. Especially George eyes. I have no scientific evidence to prove this, but to me, there's nothing appetizing about brown. Brown is the moth scraped out of the bottom of your shoe or the muck left at the bottom of the sink when you're done washing the dishes. Brown is the color of decay. It's like, okay, this going racist all over the place. I really, this is not healthy writing for a feminist girl who tries to make a statement. This is racist at all, at the most. It's like, what? And she keeps on saying these things about colorism of the eyes, but they come with people. It's usually you will have Latin or non-Caucasian people having brown eyes. And white male, usually white people, white male and women, have clearer eyes. And she says these things with her character. I always, there is an idea. I'm in some seminars now, and there is an idea to think about, well, you are reading the book from the author, but you're not reading the author. I totally disagree. You are reading in some sort something out of the author. And when the author comes with these ideas of feminism, misogynistic behavior, and all that is there, in here, you can read racism towards Korean and Asian people. But I was reading all over the place the inverse as well. Racism towards anything that is not what you like, no? As G1 in this case, no? So it's like, why are you choosing these ideas towards others that were even more scary, or even more, or go full throttle and be as racist as you can in your novel, or as gory as you can, but it's not happening. No? I don't know.
So guys, we have like 10 minutes. So do we do number 5 and leave it like that?
We can go if you want. Okay, we can do 2 per 1. No? So we're setting immersion and genre placement, representation, and artistic cohesion. But
okay.
So we really ended up in here. Sorry, I think we lost like around 10 minutes with my
okay.
my internet failure.
We don't have a lot to talk about.
Yes, I know. Oh, I know. If Monika Kim's watched the video, I'm sorry, Monika, I didn't like your book at all. I'm so sorry. I'm one of your readers. I bought the book, and I can like it or not. I'm sorry. Yes, well, about those 3, 5, 6 things, we're setting immersion. Okay, it's as you said, it's California. It's but I know I couldn't. I always knew it was in the United States, but that was that. No more immersion than that. We're setting, it was only like the house, and the street and some parts of the university, because the university I didn't get to know it well. And genre placement, I think this is off. It should go. I maybe because there is gore in here, it's in horror, but it really is not. It's light horror, very very light horror, and unfortunately, there is a genre for here, or a category is young adults, but I don't like that. So, but I don't. I will know where to place it. I think horror is right, but it's very low key horror representation. I don't think this represents mental illness. No, I don't think this represents Korean people. No, and I don't think this represents feminism. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, not at all.
I hear you.
This is a pseudo turf representation because of the Nochi Adichie thing that is twice in the book of feminism that I don't like. And it's a very chauvinistic representation of feminism. And artistic cohesion, I don't think this is artistic literature. I think this is very functional, straightforward, going towards the market literature. And it's pretty effective. We bought it and we are talking about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So from my side, world and setting. So there is no world building because nothing is created from scratch or changed in a way that we see this world being constructed for us as readers. So everything
Yes.
is like regular contemporary placing. And I don't think she manages to describe the settings or the places in a very extended way. So in my case, I do remember the apartment, for example, that is very tiny, that you don't have privacy because everyone is like in a very, very, very little space. So that part I remember about the kitchen, about the food, but that's it. I don't remember too much about the university or Alexis' apartment with the roomie. And even the car, the restaurant, all of that is just touched on the surface. So the settings, they are mentioned, but you don't actually get immersed in those places. And of course, it's because of the narration is very plain, it's very straightforward. So there is no depth in the descriptions. So for me, the world is regular, so nothing special about that. Genre placement, yeah, this is treated as a horror, body horror, cannibalism, but on the surface, it's more a suspenseful story, more like a thriller. As Jones was saying, let's take the eyes completely out. So this will be a 19-year-old girl murdering white men, revenge for some revenge, and then going against her own father. And that's it. So we could actually take the eyes completely out from the story. So that is why it's not actually horror, because the horror element is disposable actually in this case. So maybe a thriller, suspenseful story, and that's it. Representation. I was also thinking about Alexis having a crush on Jiwon, and I was expecting that. Maybe I was thinking, oh my god, they will be in love, and then Alexis will get Jiwon will get Alexis to also eat the eyeballs, and they will be sharing the eyeballs all together in a very sexy scene, something like that. That would be so great. But nothing of that happens. It's hinted.
Or Joffrey could be the one allying himself with her
exactly
as well. Yes.
And they will be coming like a cult, eating eyeballs everywhere. But yeah, it's hinted that that's something that like that will happen, but it didn't. So nothing like that. And I also thought about the book they mentioned about Chimawanda book, and this book is new. So Chimawanda's statements have been for so long, so she knew that she was talking about this person. So bad thing about that. And artistic, there's no art in here. So yeah, it's also a low one for me.
So yeah, I wish I could disagree with you guys, but I don't. Yeah, so I'll just summarize it all, like all these points together, actually, because my bottom line when it comes to world building, setting, and immersion, if I'm reading a horror novel, I should be scared or at least uncomfortable. And I genuinely, and also I will say, I am the easiest person to scare. And I wasn't scared throughout this whole book, rather. And I really wasn't even that uncomfortable. So
Mm.
it just, it doesn't belong in the horror genre. Um, I don't know why it won the award. It's quite shocking, actually. And so that's my bottom line, is that it's a horror novel. I wasn't scared. So also, like, I'm not going to remember any of this. um,
Peter.
you know, like this time next year, The Eyes of the Best Part. I'm not going to remember George. I'm not going to remember Jeffrey, Uma, and it's such a sin. I really, really wish that I would. And like other winners of the Bram Stoker Award,
Oh yes, that one.
can you guys see? Is it like left to
Buffalo
right?
Hunter Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much promise for this one here.
Mm,
I said it before. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to let you guys know. He won the Bram Stoker 3 times.
mm.
Not once, twice, but 3 times for the best overall fiction, and he won last year for that book. I don't know if it was the same judges, but I think there's some promise if he won it 3 times. So you guys, there's good horror out there. We're gonna find it for you. We are
Yes,
the
we will.
finders.
This is a lesson learned, so we will.
Yeah,
And we have very neat recommendations with horror that we've already read. There are so many wonderful authors out there, and some of them are veterans in horror. Not only Stephen King, that is awesome. It has good and not that good novels, but he knows how to write horror. There are others like Clive Barker or even Le Fanu from the 19th century. You can have pretty nice horror in there, and this is not one of them. So yes, I was yes, I forgot about it. Could be a thriller. Yes, you said it
Mhm.
now. It's
Mhm.
yes, it could be a thriller, and you could put it there, and it could be yes, one more thriller novel
Mhm.
to go with. Yes, this is forgettable. Good horror, haha. Yeah, there is some well,
There is
wonderful
good
horror.
horror. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is excellent horror.
Joyce
Yes.
Carol Oates' Zombieland is one of the best books of all time, I think.
If you want something very new, there is this Lovecraft Country from Matt Ruff. I
Mhm.
totally recommend it. It's so wonderful book, and it has I think it's Netflix or HBO series.
Mhm.
So and it has a second part. I haven't read the second part, but the first part is super cool. It's such an awesome, and it talks about racism and so many things that are wrong, but in a horror Lovecraftian novel. So there are many. Oh, and you, this Dark World. I'm sorry, but we will not be speaking about horror anymore. So not that this possesses. This is not the one. It's this one. Koji Suzuki, who just passed away.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Koji
she
Suzuki
passed
just
away.
passed away.
Dark Water, yes.
He was one of the grandmasters of horror internationally. He was from Japan,
Mhm.
and he wrote Ringu. The Ringu series is a 6-part saga, and Dark Water that has this is a short story
Cool.
compilation, and it has wonderful movie. You could get Koji Suzuki into your library if you want good horror to really move you. It's just wonderful.
That's great. So, how about we say what we will be reading next week?
Yeah. Oh, but because there is one question. Could you
Oh,
answer, please? If not, I'm going to get in trouble.
This one or Bunny? Are you talking about the Mona Award?
Mona Award. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely Bunny for sure. It's pretty twisted. Mona Awad is like worshipped up here in Canada by a lot of literary fiction enthusiasts. And I've only read that one book. There's a sequel called We Still Love You, Bunny, I think. And it's the real deal. Is it scary? Not no, but like it's good writing, and it's a full story. And I think I gave the first Bunny book 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, wow. So it's pretty good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Okay, this is perfect.
Because we're searching for the Bunny book. Okay, this is the next one. Nedio Corafor, Death of the Author. This is a metafiction novel with science fiction in it.
With science fiction, exactly. So this is very promising also.
Yeah.
And we love our special editions.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A lot of people said, well, you know what? I'm not really into horror. I'm going to wait for the next book. So here you guys go. I really don't think we can go wrong with this book.
Cross my fingers, my friend.
Yeah. So no, Nedio Corafor is already a very consolidated and science fiction author. So she has like 20 books. So
Okay,
this is the most recent one, and it's really, really promising. So please pick it up, because we'll be reading this one in the next 2 weeks, and then we'll share with you all of our thoughts about it.
Yeah. And for one here locally here in St. John's, this is available in paperback right now for just $20 at Chapters on Kenmount Road. I found it also at Kohl's in the Village Mall just the day before yesterday, and I sourced it at Kohl's in the Avalon Mall as well. There's lots of copies available, so you won't have any trouble finding it.
Excellent. Ashley is already reading it. Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, that's perfect.
Thank you so much, guys. So we will be seeing ourselves next Monday.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So next Monday, we will be addressing what's going on with this book without spoilers. We will be reading it, not finishing it, and then in 2 weeks we will be spoiling all over the place with what happened with it. With our 6 criteria. I think it could go to 5.
Probably.
Probably. Okay. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, John. Thank you, Javi.
Absolutely.
Yes, Ashley and everybody here, Joe, Rodo, Ale,
Caitlin,
Chantel, that was the first one to rise, Christina, Patrick,
Linda,
Sarah as well. So many things, so many people. Serhid, of course, Serhid and Tintam, thank you so much. Have a great night there in Canada and a great afternoon here in Mexico and Bogota.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys. We'll see you next Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.